It's that time of the year, y'all, summer, where you want a protective style where you don't really have to do too much to your hair, whether it's mini twists, braids, boho braids, you name it. So I already started on some mini twists, and I took a step further. I was like, I'm gonna attempt to do Fulani mini twist. So I'm going in with the Camille Rose Guava slip line. So I already shampooed and conditioned my hair with the Guava slip detangling shampoo and the Guava slip detangling conditioner. Now for my stylers, I went in with the Guava Slip leave-in conditioner. This smells really good, gives tropical vibes, which is very on brand for summer. And then once I applied this, I sealed it with some oil, kind of doing the lock method, so leave-in oil cream. And for my cream base, I went in with the Guava Slip whipped souffle styler, and I wanted to show y'all the consistency of it because it is amazing. Like, it's not too thick and it's not too watery. It's like the perfect consistency, and I love it so much. It has my hair feeling very, very soft. Then for some hold, I'm going in with the Guava Slip The Hold Setting Mousse. Now when I get to the front where I do the Fulani parts, I'm going to be using the Mint Conditioning Braiding Gel. Now, although I'm not braiding my hair, and this is the only product outside the Guava Slip line, I really enjoy this because it allows you to make crispy, nice and neat parts. So let's get into how I parted my hair. Now in the back, I always like to part from the ear down, and I always do 2 sections across. And I typically do between 4 and 5 on that top row. So 4 on that bottom row, 4 at the bottom row, 5 on this row, and then I work my way up. So what I like to do to make it easier is essentially just kind of have this section down and just keep going row by row. So like in this middle section, I'll probably do like 2 or 3, and then 2 or 3 on this crown area at the top. And when it comes to doing the mini twist, it's really not that hard. You know, this go around I actually didn't do a slight braid at the top. I literally just twisted from the root to the end. Now as I work my way down, I do like to detangle as I go, just to make sure it's as smooth as possible after adding in that foaming mousse. And then I like to twirl the entire twist. That's kind of like one of my tricks that I do with my mini twist, is locking the entire twist in place by simply twirling the twist in the direction that I twisted at the very, very end. And one, for me, that just kind of helps lock the curl at the end in place, but just make sure that the twist itself is pretty taut and that it won't unravel throughout the week. Because with mini twist, for me, I can get a good 1 to 2 weeks wear out of it. And especially with this style not being like individuals all the way around my head, and it being kind of like Fulani / flat twist at the top, this will certainly last for 2 weeks. As I work my way to the top section, I already have the other side twisted where they're kind of going diagonally. But right here, you want to make sure you separate it into 2. So the bottom portion half is going to be individuals. And I think I did about 3 rows, and this is how it looks. Now for the top part, this is where I'm going to be flat twisting. And I'm flat twisting diagonally towards the front of my face. Now this is where I'm taking that braid gel, which I absolutely love because it really helps me make very crisp parts, but allows it to be super flat, nice and neat as a flat twist. Now a trick that I'm doing here, I'm going to slow it down just a little bit so you guys can see. I'm kind of twirling around my finger as I twist down. This just kind of keeps it even more locked in place since these are flat twists. Now I opted to go with more of a medium size. You can certainly go smaller or larger, but in this case I felt like going this medium route was the best look. If they're smaller, I certainly will guarantee that it will take forever to do, and it honestly might make it harder for the parting, which is actually why I opted in to do flat twists at the top instead of doing like the traditional braided Fulani look, because braids are super duper hard for me in particular when it comes to braiding to the scalp, especially when they're smaller. You guys have seen me do plenty of flat braid outs with like medium-sized braids, but when they're small, trust me, it is so hard, and it's something about gripping when your hair is like wet that it just doesn't look good for me. So that's why I opted for mini twist or flat twist for this matter, because it's so much easier, and doing it in this direction of like a diagonal part towards your face kind of gives the illusion of a bang. So if your hair is actually shorter, it'll certainly look like a mini side bang, honestly, but it's super cute, and I decided that this was the best route for me to go. Like I said, I think I did about 5 or 6, and when you get towards the back, it's definitely going to be probably 3 notches down of a flat twist, because it just gets smaller as you keep parting going towards the back. You guys, I think I executed this so well. Like, it literally came out exactly how I envisioned. I like that I have it slanted going back this way, because I can just do a little whoop, swoop behind the ear, have a little side part going on, and then just different ways to style it while still having some cascading down my face. Is so pretty to me. Now the twists are still essentially wet, or damp I should say, so I'm excited to see how this is going to look when it is fully dry. I do anticipate some shrinkage, but I still feel like the overall shape and style of this is going to look really cute, so I'll check back in once they're fully dry. But look how neat these are, and super moisturized, and might I say, it smells very tropical too. And these are the mini twist fully dry. As you can see, it kind of almost looks like a long bob. There's definitely some shrinkage present, but I've always said if your hair is shrinking up, that's a pretty good sign of health. I did get a trim recently, so I'm not really shocked, but just so you guys can see the back, why I decided to do that little 1, 2, 3 sectioning off, so that I don't have a prominent middle part going down. It all looks very full and fluffy with no parts present, which is why I typically kind of do like free parting towards the top crown area, but I'm obsessed. They're very juicy. Let me know what you guys think about this style. I feel like these don't technically count as Fulani, but as you can see, got it kind of out of my face. All I have to do is just kind of tuck this back and kind of have the first style is just, you know, having my mini twist down. But because the flat top part is flat twisted down towards my face, I literally can easily gather these up and have a few just cascading down like that. But let me know what you guys think about these mini twists with the Guava slip line from Camille Rose. I will link all the products down below for you guys to check out. So I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.